TVGH, Toronto, Canada. Bari bin, bari boom, bari bem. Ear.
Milo TV, body beam, body boom, body bam. Yeah!
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon what time you're watching my YouTube channel. By way of introduction, my name is Prince Kojo Teria, MC Milo, Canada-based Ghanaian journalist and a YouTuber. Basically, what we talk about here is all about abroad. You know, we came to abroad, and there are certain things we have to tell our brothers who just came. I've been in Canada for the past 14 years, and you know that there is this saying that when you go to Rome, do what the Romans do. There are do's and don'ts in every country that you may travel to. However, since I have more than 10 years experience here, I've learned a lot about Canada. And one thing about Canada is that you cannot mention 3 countries in this world, 3 best countries in the world without Canada's name. Milo TV people, we're gonna have fun. Bari boom, bari bim, bari bem. Yeah. Subscribe if today is your first time. Kindly like my videos. It will help a lot. Now, the issue I was having before I start with this English version is that this YouTube gradually keeps on trending, and most people from most of the African countries will call or send me messages on WhatsApp, on my IG, on my TikTok, YouTube, everywhere. People will be sending me messages. Hi, Milo TVs. Okay, so the issue is that we like your content. We've been seeing your caption and other things. But what we've come to realize is that mostly you talk about abroad, international student, visitor visa, conference, and what have you. But you don't speak English. So we find it very difficult to understand what you talk about. So could you change your language a little bit so we could also understand? Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't born in abroad, born and raised back home in Ghana. I came here as an immigrant, but what I'm trying to do right now is that I am trying my best to speak English. Okay, to speak the level of my English so that you could also hear or understand something, and I know it will benefit you and your family. Reach me on Facebook. My Facebook name is Prince Kojiteria Milo. Milo is M-I-L-O. YouTube channel Milo TVGH. IG Instagram MC Milo 1. TikTok Milo TV 386. And then on WhatsApp you can reach me on 416-909-1100. Milo TV, Toronto, Canada. Bari bim, bari boom, bari bem. Yeah, people keep on asking, Milo, what is the meaning of bari bim, bari boom, bari bem? One time or one day, I'll just sit down and then let you know what the meaning is, okay? Do not rush, do not worry. Milo TV people. All right, so on today's video, what I'm going to talk about is all about those people coming to Canada with visitors visa, and then those people coming to Canada with conferences. Okay? Now, what I'm going to tell you right now is that before you come to Canada, try as much as you can to go on YouTube, start watching videos about Canada, about Canada, about Canada. You already have your visa, yes. But try to find out what will happen at the port of entry first. You know, people presume as far as I have the visa, automatically I could migrate to Canada just like that. No way. It is not like that. Try to know something about what normally goes on or what transpired at the port of entry. questions and answers at the port of entry. All right, so right now I'm sitting here as an immigration officer. Let's say you just came, you knock. Hello. Hi. Okay, so how may I help you? Then you come in. All right. How are you? Which country are you from? Can I have your passport? Boom, I grab your passport. Okay. What are you coming to Canada to do? What would you tell the person? If the person should ask you, if the immigration officer should ask you, or the border patrol officer should ask you, what did you came to Canada? Or what are you coming to Canada to do? What would you tell the officer? You coming here with a visitor's visa. Or maybe you are coming to Canada with a conference visa and the conference has ended. What are you going to tell the border patrol officer? Okay? So you need to learn all this. Okay? You need to learn all this before you go and board your flight and come to Canada. Okay? That is how it is. 1, if you have your visa and you come into Canada with a conference, and let's say maybe the conference has expired, what do you have to do? As far as the visa shows that it is a visitor's visa, you could still come to Canada. You can come over to, let's say, explore. They could ask you questions like, what are you coming to do when you get to Canada? Okay, you being the visitor will say this. Okay, so I'm coming to Canada to visit. I'll go to C.A.N.Ad.A Tower. I'll go to Niagara Falls. I'll go to Canada one, just tell them something. Convince them. Okay, where are you going to lodge? Where are you going to sleep? Let me see your accommodation. Before you come to Canada, you should try your best to get something like accommodation. Book your hotel. Do your hotel reservation. We have hotel, we have motel, we have Airbnb. So you cannot come to Canada without having a place to sleep. And right now, as I'm talking to you, there are so many people stranded on the street. People will be blaming some of us that we were discovering Canada to the world, telling people Canada is the best country to live, Canada is this, Canada is that. Yes, it is. Canada is like that. So far, so good. Canada is one of the best countries in the world. But the thing is that you have to abide by the rules and then the regulations. Now, if you come to Canada as a visitor and you have the visitor visa, mind you, put this in your mind. You don't have a work permit. And without having a work permit, it is not likely you could work in Canada. You have to have 2 pieces of government issued identification before you work in Canada. You don't just jump into conclusion like that. You need to get your social insurance number, have your driver's license or your permanent resident card, or maybe you have to have what we call the Canadian passport. But people will just come to Canada and be stranded. Now, most people got their visas through agents. And you know how much agents charge to get people's visa? Milo TV people, Toronto, Canada, we're gonna have fun, bada bim, bada boom, bada bam. So after acquiring the Canadian visa, or after you've gotten Canada's visa, your money is finished. So now you find it difficult to book hotel, or you find it difficult to get a place to sleep. Mind you, you are coming to Canada without work permit. And do you think Canada is an advanced country? So you cannot just come over, go to a factory, ask them, oh, my name is Prince, I'm looking for a job. No way, it will not happen that way. Never. They will never help you, or they will not get, job for you to do. You can work. Okay, for instance, if you start working and something happen at the workplace, what would they say? What would they tell the government? That is one thing. That is why you have to have your documents before starting working in Canada. Milo TV. Now, if you have visitor's visa and you are in back home preparing to come to Canada, what do you have to do? This is what you have to do. Try your best. My brother, my sister, go back, sit down, relaxed, sip something. Okay? Put something into your mouth. Then start asking yourself questions. Okay? I'm not familiar with English language, but I'm trying my best. So just try your best to, if there is anything like correction, just do it. I'm not somebody who is difficult. Okay? Sit down, plan and plan well. Let's say you have 10 years visa. The agent took almost much of your money, or the money you're having on you, you gave it to the agent to help you get Canadian visa or to help you to acquire Canadian visa. Now you have the visa, but you don't have pocket money. Please, after getting a visa, you have to get pocket money, maybe hotel accommodation, buy your ticket, so many things. So give yourself a year or 2 years. Go look for a job. Okay? Look for a job. Start working. Save. In about 12 months, a year, 1 year, I know you can save a lot. Right now, you can call me. Hi, is it Milo TV? I'll say, okay. You can reach out to me on 416-909-1100. Okay, please, I have a visa coming to Canada. I'm from Uganda. Please, my brother, can you help me? Oh, yes, brother, I can help you. I'll ask you, how may I help you? Okay, help me come to Canada. I have my visa already. I've bought my ticket, but my issue is accommodation. Okay, getting the accommodation doesn't guarantee you to work in Canada. Put this in your mind. You should know all this. You are coming to Canada with a work permit. So what do I have to do? Put some money in your pocket. Make your hotel reservation. Don't just come to Canada and then let's say, oh, I have people in Canada. I have a lot of people. I'm from Nigeria. There are so many Nigerians in Canada. So let me go. After all, after going to Nigerian's church, when I go to Nigeria church in Canada, I'll meet a brother or a friend, and that person will be helpful, or that person will help me. That is fair enough. But please and please and please, you are coming as an individual. When you end up making money, you will go back home to help your family. You will not go and help somebody's family, So don't come to Canada without anything in your pocket and then start blaming people. Milo TV people, Toronto, Canada, gonna have fun. Bada bim, bada boom, bada bim. Try your best, save some money before you come. Book your hotel, get your pocket money. Okay, let me ask you this question. Are you coming to Canada to stay, or you are just coming to visit and then go back? Because as per your visa, you have just a visitor's visa. So put this in your mind. If you have plans of coming to stay, you should plan and plan well. I have to have like $4,000 in my pocket. First of all, I have to book a hotel. I have to get pocket money before I come. Okay? So I'm just trying to do this video to let each and every person who is coming to Canada from either Nigeria, Togo, Benin, Ivory Coast, Ethiopia, wherever you are coming from, please try to prepare and prepare well. Okay? Milo TV people, gonna have fun. Toronto, Canada. There are so many people here looking for job. They will not get job. For instance, I was working 2 days ago at my workplace. So I saw two guys coming. They were getting closer and closer and closer. They kept coming closer to me. So I came out to meet them and asked them, hey, my brothers, how are you? They said, we are doing well. I asked them, which country are you from? This guy said, I'm from Mauritania, and the other guy is from Uganda. So I asked them, what are you guys looking for? They say they are looking for a job. So I asked them, do you have work permit? They say, we don't have work permit. So I asked them, why are you here? You cannot come here to tell somebody that you are looking for a job without having work permit. So go back and then try to get work permit before you come back to look for a job. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Milo TV. If today is your first time, kindly subscribe, comment, and then like my videos. I know people will be happy watching me speaking English today. For the first time, I try my best if I could speak English, and let me know. Go straight to the comment section and let me know if the level of my English is pretty good or not. So my dear brother, my dear sister, do not come to Canada if you are not prepared. Those days when I came, there were so many shelters, places where you can sleep as a refugee. But even right now, as I'm speaking to you, if you claim refugee, it's very hard for you to get a place to sleep. There were so many shelters around, but right now, most of the shelters are occupied. Milo TV people are going to have fun to Toronto, Canada. So, tell a friend to tell a friend. Prepare before you come to Canada. I know you have the visa, but having the visa doesn't tell you to rush and come to Canada. Take it easy. Plan before you come. Now, there are some people who are rich back home. They are rich from back home, so they will just come, spend like a week or two, and then go back. They are different. But we have people who are from poor family, like, let's say, for example, like me here. So they will come and they don't want to go. They want to come over and then go start the asylum seeking. And there are some countries in Africa, I would say no peace and stuff. Those people, when they come, they don't want to go back. And there are some people, even from my country, who are like lesbians, gays, homosexuals and stuff, who has been threatened, and those people too doesn't want to go back when they get to Canada. So my brother, try your best to prepare before you come to Canada. If you are not prepared enough, do not come. Oh yes, I'll be honest here. Try get money in your pocket. Try book your hotel. Try put something on the table for your family back home before you come. There are so many people right now saying, oh, you guys were saying Canada was the best country. Canada is it, Canada? No. Yes, I will tell you something. If you have the Canadian passport or permanent resident card, holding a permanent resident card does not guarantee you to vote in Canada. But quite apart from that, you have every benefit in Canada. You get your GST. If let's say you don't have, okay, right now as I'm sitting here, if I don't have work to do, what I'll do, I'll just call the social services, tell them I'm not working. They'll give me something from the government. I will take government money to pay for my rent, buy my grocery. People will try to have every document, convince the visa officer that, oh, he has this, he has that. So the visa officer, being convinced, will issue the visa to the person. But when they come to Canada, they change their mind. They don't want to go again. Then they will start finding a place to sleep in downtown. They'll go elsewhere and then start putting problem on the Canadian government. No way. You don't have to do that. You came as an individual. You convinced the officer that when you come, you go back. But how come when you came, you don't want to go? So if you are not going back, doesn't mean that you have to start blaming the government. You have your own plan. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Milo TV. People, we're gonna have fun. Toronto, Canada, bada bim, bada boom, bada bim. Whoever watches this video should try as much as he or she can to give me a comment. Let me know the level of my English. Is it good or is it bad? So as I was saying, you came to Canada to visit, but later you changed your mind. So you went to shelter, or you went to look for elsewhere to sleep, and then you start seeking your asylum. That is not, I mean, the government's, that is not, I would say that is not his plan. That is not part of his plan. You came as an individual to visit, but how come you've changed your mind? So if you change your mind means that you have plan B. So try your best to talk to people who are here to know what is going on underground before you come to Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, Milo TV, Toronto, Canada. Bada bim, bada boom, bada bim. This is where I come to the end of today's video. I'll try my best to start speaking English henceforth so that I could expand my YouTube channel to the whole wide world. I know people watches me from elsewhere in the world, but my issue is that I don't speak English. Is this level of English okay for you? Let me know. Bada bim, bada boom, bada bim. Yeah.
Milo TV, body bim, body bim, body bim. Yeah.
Yeah.